Alright, so this video that we have right here is a discussion between brown and black America and white America. And things start to get crazy. Hit the like, subscribe, comment down below, share the video to whoever you know needs to see this video. Let's get to it.
Because you're clogging up the
Yeah.
mic to say what?
Yo,
You're not
excuse me?
saying anything.
Yo, for
You're not
real, you
saying
finally
anything.
speaking, nigga. What you speaking on for?
Huh?
Huh? You finally opening up your mouth. Why
Yeah,
wasn't you
I've been
talking about
eating.
why
What's
wasn't
your
you
point?
talking earlier when I asked you a question?
Wait, what
I
question?
any question.
Go ahead, Howard.
For real. You're not being for real. So let's all really make sure we understand. I literally made a mistake. Okay? I called a guy wrong in his name.
That
But you know
has
what?
nothing to do with what
Dude,
Excuse
no
me,
one
ma'am.
cares
saying, sir.
about this
Wow.
petty shit.
Wow. Oh, I know you don't.
Let,
You know why?
We
You,
none of us
it's
do.
so amazing that you guys
let
have no
Edward
mic
finish.
discipline.
Let
You
him
guys have
finish.
no mic discipline. It's absolutely amazing. Do you guys even comprehend the control that you actually have? Listen, you don't win in life just because you're on Clubhouse. I'm winning in life. I don't care what you think
We
about
are
Edward.
too.
You, oh, that's great. Good. So you know what? Don't come off mic then. Please let the
Well,
person
first of
finish.
all, no, because what you
Excuse
did,
me. Excuse
what
me.
you
Oh
First
no,
of all,
my
no,
God, Edward,
no,
excuse,
we're tired of
no,
you. Just
no,
be
no,
quiet.
no, no. Peppy,
wow.
Peppy, my love, mute
Wow.
him because I want to
It-
say
it-
something.
it-
Well, hold on, Sharon. I said that that Edward could finish. Just please let him finish.
But
You
he's
guys,
not
you want it
saying
over with.
shit.
Doesn't matter. Let him finish.
it's so
Okay.
interesting. It's so
Yeah.
interesting that someone who does not agree with the people that's coming off a mic have zero clarity. Don't you know that a human being has the right to speak whether you agree with him or
But you
not?
did not let that man finish, and he was attacked.
Edward, the white
And
people are tired of hearing from you, so just be quiet.
Actually, it's kind of funny, Nisha. I think you're the one tired of hearing from me.
I think
That's
every black
funny.
person on
we
I
this
think
all
we
stage and
are.
all
in the
are.
audience
Well,
Yo,
said
And
hey,
the
Pepe,
this
you
is
thing
there,
Alan.
is,
Pepe?
we said
hold
God
on.
this
Yeah,
is
damn.
I'm
All right,
here. I'm
can
here.
I bring some
Yo,
points
this is
Pepe.
from
all it
the?
Celine
takes
said
for
she
these
want to
white
talk.
people.
Celine
Can
said
I
she want to
get
speak.
in the queue, please? Can I
Can I get
get
in the
in
queue?
the queue, please?
Yeah, Bill,
Please.
I'll let you in the queue. Hold up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this is
let
Alan.
Celine
Can I
speak.
go,
Celine
Pepe?
said she want to say
Please,
something
yeah.
profound.
There
Go
I
you
don't
ahead,
got
This
Celine.
is
go.
nothing to say
Alan. I
besides
was,
Yeah,
next
Celine said
caller.
she want to
Like
say
this
something. Go
shit's
ahead,
yeah,
Celine.
let's move
but
on.
this
Oh,
is
sure, I have a few things to
Alan.
say.
Yeah, so, it is funny because when Tyree was murdered by the five black policemen, everybody was in the rooms talking about all the bad things white people do to black people. And when a white man is killed by a black man, everyone's in the room talking about all the bad things white people do to black people. Seems like every room, no matter what, all we talk about is all the bad things white people do to black people.
Do
And
you
Dr. Julio was in the
have to
room. He
disagree with that,
stated
sir? That's crazy.
he stated
Preach.
all these facts. Let's state some other facts. The number one killer of a black man aged 0 to 44 is another black man.
That's a fact.
Every 5 hours, a black man kills, less than every 5 hours, a black man kills a black
But
woman.
Alan,
That's
that's
a
the
that.
same.
Hey,
That's
I
the
can
I
agree
same.
with you
That's the
on
same
that.
I
number.
That's a
We
okay.
know
fact. That's a
this.
fact.
We know
Yo,
this.
Yes,
Alan,
okay.
did you
And you're
did you just
worrying
say a
about
black
white
man kills a
people.
black woman?
Yes,
Yes,
every
yes, he
five
Can I
said it.
just
hours.
can I just ask
Every
this question,
okay.
Alan? Alan.
Now, when you want to talk about policing, I put it in the chat. According to the FBI statistics, 911 calls. Black people who make up, uh, what is it, 13.4, well, I rounded up to 14% of the population. Uh, they account for 12% of all 911 calls.
But
White
Alan,
people who make up, I think it's 55%, what's the current number? They account for 13%. Black people are disproportionately calling 911 on themselves.
Can you post them stats?
Why?
Can you post
Yeah,
the
I
stats
will.
for the
Can
white
you
Why are
post
they?
them?
Why are they
Don't just
doing
give
that?
us money. Don't
Why?
post it.
Wait, I'll land with this. Why are they
Post.
doing that? Because black people, the good black people, which are most of the black people, are being terrorized by a tiny percentage of
Show me one
punk-ass
good black
bitch
person.
thugs, some of whom are in this room
Ooh.
attacking white people, and they're terrorizing their neighborhoods. And the police are the only thing protecting their neighborhoods from falling into mayhem. Most black people are good. Stop using your punk-ass bitch
Alan said free smoke, free
thugs,
smoke.
okay, to represent.
You know, I'm sorry. I'm just gonna point out something. What is it with the black women in this room that just cannot shut their fucking mouths when somebody else is talking? It doesn't matter if it's a white man, a black man. You guys
This
just
is
don't.
how they
I
keep
don't
their
know. It's just
husbands.
something
That's
I'm
why they're
noticing.
never around.
Okay, so all
Yeah,
I'm saying is this.
They
All
don't
I'm
have any
saying is this.
patience.
Please
Yeah.
let people land their fucking plane. Please.
I feel bad for a black man if they have to
yeah,
come home
Okay,
to
shut the
that every
fucking.
yeah.
night.
So,
Not now. Not now. I said I'm
yeah,
you.
Is that
so,
Patricios?
They
yeah,
think
so
it's
let
Okay,
me,
so
funny.
Alan,
so
They think
build,
it's
I'll
funny.
Build will
land
get
with
to
this.
go. Hold on,
Can I
hold
This
on,
get
Alan.
is,
in the queue, please?
Hold on.
Please.
Yeah, build. I said you were gonna get to go next, man. Chill the fuck out.
yeah, so, this is what's happened is it's funny to me that the things that black people used to make fun of in the 90s and 2000s within Living Color or with Chris Rock has now become, we're supposed to take it serious like it's actually something real. I'm really sorry you don't feel equal to me, but that's a you problem, not a me problem. Fix your own problems and leave this
All right,
thing
all right.
alone. Thank you.
But how does that affect white people?
No, you can't. I literally said Build was gonna go next. What the fuck?
How does that affect white
All
people
right.
though?
You ready?
Build, go ahead.
All right. So, how's everybody doing? Hope everybody's having a good evening here. I hope everybody's having a good evening here. I know this conversation, is getting a little bit sideways, but that's to be expected. So, I think really the theme of the conversation is I don't think we really understand what racism is. So, let's go back and let's understand what racism is, right? Racism is something that was born of a few policies. One of them is called the line of demarcation. The line of demarcation denoted what to one side was Portugal's and to the other side was Spain, and thus led the race to develop the New World. What was the goal of developing the New World? To monopolize its wealth and its resources. We've all heard the stories as children in school. And so once they established this thing we call America, built on what it was built on, the economic system of slavery, at that point, 1860, 96% of all the wealth in America had been maldistributed into the hands of the dominant white society. A great example is the 1860 census that shows us there were 4 million enslaved African people in this country, 400,000 free Negroes. And of those 4 million enslaved Africans, white women in this country owned a grand total of 1.6 million. You don't believe me? You can go read the 1860 census, which was also discussed in a book called They Were Her Property by Stephanie Jones Rogers. Phenomenal book. It's actually won the LA Book Fair Prize. It was the first time an African American woman had won that LA Times Book Award. And so when we go back and we understand, this is a very specific thing that we need to understand called structural racism. When people talk about crime in the black community, and they look at it as if it is something that has to do with the color of your skin or the hue of your face, or somehow you are predisposed to violence. Nevertheless, if we read the story of how this thing called America got here, I think we would understand who the true arbiters and fathers and mothers of violence were. So,
Y'all
going
want to have
forward,
a real,
if we don't
okay?
understand,
If y'all want to have a real
if we don't
conversation, let's get back to
understand,
Leo's
Girl,
yeah,
shut
if
up.
we don't, yeah.
You shut up.
So, yeah, thank you. So, when we understand this, family, is that at the end of the day, when we don't understand what structural racism is, structural violence is, we'll never understand racism. And so the race was the race to develop the new world. Ism Anytime you put ism as a suffix on a word, it means to maintain the prevailing order of the word that comes before it. Any word that you know that you add ism, it does not change the value of that word. It simply sends it into what you call perpetuity, meaning forever, for those who are not familiar with that terminology. And so racism is the act of maintaining the maldistribution of wealth that happened in this country that allowed white women to own 40% of all the enslaved Africans in this country, whereby which they were still to some degree marginalized. A marginalized group of people in this country, white women, were still almost equal to white men in the ownership of slaves. Let's fast forward to today. So when we talk about why do our communities look the way our communities do, it's a very interesting thing. I'm actually finishing a book called Neighborhoods to Communities, where we actually break down what our communities look like. And so if you understand, between 1939 and 1954, black wages had increased 400%. During that same 15-year period, the number of black students going to college was up 2,500%. Something never seen anywhere in the world. We talk a lot about Asians. We talk a lot about the education of Indians and other groups. No other group of people in the world have come from 246 years of illiteracy, forced illiteracy, to which that you would receive $100 fine and 39 lashes of a slave master's whip if you were a white person caught teaching a black slave. Not a slave, a white person would get a $100 fine and 39 lashes of the whip. This is how serious they were with this thing we call miseducation. Yes, I understand. I don't really do the emotional back and forth. It's not quite as interesting as actually sitting back and learning some history and some facts and some data.
Yeah, but
to
how long is it
understand
going
what
to
we are.
take?
Yeah,
Right.
can I
Bro, ain't nobody
respond,
trying to hear
please,
this for
fellas?
30
Doc,
minutes,
can I
bro.
I understand.
respond,
I
please?
understand. Yeah.
I know
So
you have
let's talk
mercy.
about it. Where does the
Hold on a second. So look, I mean, we got a big stage, and
we just
Bill.
sat back and listened to a clown talk for 30 minutes.
Please
Yeah,
That's
don't
I
not
know,
cut
I
off
get it,
Pepe.
but
You look
listen,
like
look.
a clown.
Okay, shut the fuck up,
He
everybody.
does not.
Now,
He does not. He does not.
Bellamy, you shut your
The
fucking
thing.
ass up.
Oh,
You're not even a goddamn African American.
It appears that you might be triggered by information,
Yeah,
data, and
that's what it
intelligence.
is.
I'm
Triggered by
ready to
Nah, you
counter
just
her.
No,
Tri-
everybody
boring.
shut the
triggered by
fuck
intelligence.
up.
I
Ooh,
understand.
Spicy. They're learning about their
No,
violent
Bill,
history.
The problem is you guys are interrupting and talking. I wasn't disrespecting anybody. I was
no,
actually
I know
giving
you
them
weren't.
what was
It's
said,
not. I
but I'm
know,
still
but
not able to
okay,
continue.
yo. The problem is though, is that if anybody's gonna come on here and monologue that long, dude, nobody's gonna want to hear it. Okay,
right.
you're giving us a lot of history that some of us,
Why don't you ask the people to get in the chat? Say one if they want to hear me
Why
keep
don't,
going,
why
or
don't
two if
I
they want me to not.
refute this dude? Just let me at him, Pepe.
Bill,
I
you're
think
good.
what we
You
need to
got it
ask
off your
what we
chest.
Look,
need to
I'll
no,
ask.
no, hold
Quiet,
on,
destroy
hold
him
quiet,
on.
so
lady.
fast,
Hold
yo.
on,
Quiet,
Gorham.
lady.
It
Gorham,
hurt.
we don't want to hear you speak either. We don't want to hear Bill
Yeah,
or
This
we're
ain't
good.
your
We're
room.
good.
This is
Okay,
Someone
we're
refuted
gonna
me,
have
you
some.
asshole.
Can we just have Bill finish and then we'll move on to the next person? Thank
Well,
you
no,
very much.
I really just
30
would close.
seconds, Bill.
Right, I think I'll just close with this.
Okay.
Anybody who heard the disrespect and the vitriol that happened in this space, I understand. People don't like facts. People don't like information. I'm really framing this thing that we call racism because we really don't know what it is. We say that you could be racist to
Hey,
Asians.
Bill,
There's no
because I
such
know
thing
you
as.
from Twitter.
So
Hey,
I'm
so
being.
no offense, but when you got arrested for human trafficking young black bitches, how were you uplifting the black
Whoa.
community,
Come
nigga?
on,
Wait a
Pepe. Don't
minute,
call us
wait,
Pepe.
niggas.
Come
what?
on, Pepe. That's
Let's do
no,
it,
no, no, no,
Wait,
no, no,
Pepe.
no.
Pepe,
Pepe,
stop
this
Yeah,
nigga
playing.
was
yeah,
trafficking
yeah.
black women?
Right.
Wait, Pepe, this nigga was
Yeah,
trafficking black women?
he
Yeah.
can't. I
Yo,
bet he
Bill,
can't
you
prove
gotta
it.
respond. You gotta give him 30
I
Yo,
bet it.
seconds to
I
Bill,
bet he
respond.
yo,
can't prove it.
Bill,
Yeah,
yo,
that's
Bill,
cute. It's all
Bill,
good.
fuck you,
Now,
nigga. If that
yeah,
shit's
I
true, fuck
understand.
you, dude. Fuck you.
So I appreciate you, Peppy. That was a great intro. I'll make sure to add you to the list of people. But the point is this: is that
Add,
at the end of the day,
add to the list of
right,
people. What, you fucking piece of shit? What the
yeah, I
fuck are you gonna
understand.
do?
You know,
Right.
Yo,
wait till you
Bill,
dig for
answer
So
that
that
shit.
shit,
Then
nigga.
Hey,
you
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 want to
better
come?
keep
You
traffic
it
want to
black
come to
women?
classy.
Arizona and try some funny
Nah,
shit?
you
I ain't one of
ain't
those
you
little
ain't you
girls,
know what's gonna
motherfucker.
happen. You
You
gotta
fucking
burn.
piece of
Yo, I don't
human
wanna hear no
trafficker.
trafficker talk.
You bitch ass nigga. You fucked up.
Yo, Bill, you
cons-
be
cons-
trafficking black
concern.
women,
Man, you
nigga?
listening to
Maybe
a
we
crack
should.
No, he
addict. You
literally
know
was.
what you're
Hey, I
doing.
tell you what.
Should
I'll tell you
ask.
what. No, 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 no. He got
How about we
exposed on
ask your
Twitter.
moderator? How about we ask your moderator, Conservative Ann, about that situation? Conservative Ann, can you speak on
Yo,
that
Ann, are you
situation there?
there?
Wait, let me pull
No,
up
I
his files.
listen, y'all,
Yeah,
bar. I don't
Let me
Conservative
pull
Ann
up the
knows.
court case.
Pepe,
Conservative Ann knows.
you had white whore bitches out to the whorehouse selling pussy too. So what's the
Yo,
difference?
Nichelle, no,
You
Nichelle,
sex
don't, no,
trafficking
don't
little
do that,
girls, you bitch.
Nichelle.
Shut the fuck
Nah,
up, you
don't.
pussy out, bitch ass nigga. You sex trafficking little girls, you big pussy
Yo,
out
I
nigga.
feel
Fuck you, bitch ass
I
you.
Yeah,
Hi guys. Hi guys. Give me just a second. Hello everyone. Thank you so much for tuning into the room. I'm just gonna do a quick quote unquote text. Please don't come off
Fucking
mic
little
and say
kids, you bitch ass nigga. I hope you put a nigga in hell, you stupid bitch. Bitch ass nigga. Fuck you. Suck my black ass dick. Bitch ass nigga.
okay. So thank you guys so much for tuning into the room tonight. We are in Pepe's house, What America. Go ahead and give Pepe a follow. We tend to visit his spaces a lot, so let's run his followers
Hell
up.
no. Hell no.
Who is this? Okay. Um, Today we are talking yet again about discussing racism. So if you want to come up, just go ahead and raise your hands. This is a very full stage. So I know the conversation gets a little spicy, a little passionate, but if we can try to allow the other people to make their points, if we can try to have a little decorum, if we can just be mindful in the chat, I would greatly be appreciated. Share the room. Again, follow Pepe. And I would like to hand it back over to Mr. Who? What was his name? Was it Mr. Bill? Excuse me, Mr.
Bill,
Bill. Thank
Mr.
you.
Yeah,
Bill. Yeah, it was
So I, and then right
yeah.
after that, I know Miss Sharon was trying to get in there, so I just want to make a little
And
space for
then
them
it
two to
was
go
me,
ahead.
Nichelle.
No, now, okay, yeah, I can't do no cue, but I just know for sure them. And then Nichelle, go ahead and try to jump in. After that, y'all can jump in popcorn. Thanks, guys.
Yo, Bill, answer
Yeah.
those
So at the
allegations,
end of the
nigga.
day, yeah, all right. So at the end of the day, when you talk about this thing called racism, if you want to discuss anything else, you can hit me in the back channel. Okay. All right, we'll do that. So the bottom line is this is that if we don't understand what racism is, it's difficult for us to try to quantify what racism is doing. So we got to start with this thing called structural violence and understand that any community of people that are being denied the basic needs that it takes to survive are going to do whatever it takes to survive, right? And so, anytime, anywhere in the world, you find a community of people that are being denied of these rights and of these privileges and of these basic needs, you're going to see crime in those communities. And you can't deny looking at the numbers of black home ownership, looking at the numbers of black wealth data, the wealth gap. Black people in this country are locked out of many industries and many positions and opportunities. And so, when we start looking at these communities and start judging a whole swath of people, based upon the behaviors of a small group of people, I think that, that kind of fits into what we call being a racist, right? And so that's kind of really the gist of what it is that I was trying to get to, because a lot of times we start having these conversations about race and racism, but we kind of are all over the place about what is racism and who does it impact and who does it affect. So I just wanted to start there before we actually got back into all the shit talking and going back and forth, because I understand not everybody really wants to have a real conversation. Some people are just triggered and they like to come into these spaces and disrespect other people and talk about their penis and all these other silly things that don't really matter. But I land.
Look,
Detective is in the chat.
look. To be fair, Bill, like people want to have an honest conversation. They just don't want to hear, niggas give Martin Luther King speeches
I'm
on
sorry,
stage.
King.
Martin Luther
Sharon was
Uh,
King
next.
said none of that ever in his
Sharon,
life.
Sharon was hello. Sharon was next.
hello, I was just responding to what he said. That's it.
well,
So
I'm just telling
you
you.
know, if we're gonna talk about Dr. King said himself that he led his people down the wrong path. So,
Exactly.
you know, it
So
is what
so
it
that wasn't
is.
no
that's true, Miss
MLK
Sharon.
bullshit.
That's true.
So let me say this, and Pepe, I don't want to ever hear you call women black bitches, but the reason why he said that is because they hear you black men on the stage, not on the stage, but in Clubhouse, calling black women bitches. And what I saw on this stage and what I've seen over the 5 times I've been in this room, the black men on this stage don't say shit. They allow it to happen. So let's have a conversation. Let's not diminish each other and let's not disrespect each other, because we actually can have a conversation if y'all want to have a real one. But what you can't do is tell black people what's not factual when it comes to our history. Because, see, some of us actually really know our history. And I land my plane.
Don't blame black men for other people's racism
Sharon,
and
I just
misogyny.
want to
Thank
say
you.
this. I just want to say this, Sharon. Right? I'm sorry, you guys, but it wasn't the black woman that was hoes and sluts. It was your Marilyn Monroe's. Those bitches was hoes. Okay, so let's just get that
Girl,
clear.
you better
The
wake
black
that
woman was
up.
in the house. cooking and cleaning for the black man. Let's get that clear.
Yeah,
So
but
I
y'all
just wanted to
not
clear.
doing it no
I
more though,
just
Miss
wanted to clear
Cheryl.
that
Yes,
up.
we
Thank
are,
you.
King. Look, King, wait
No,
a
no,
minute.
no, Sharon.
No, no, no,
No,
no,
Miss
no, no,
Sharon.
no, no, no. Let me say this. I am so tired of you black men on this app.
Talk about it,
If you
Mr. Right.
all stop, look, you all look for specific women. It's a lot of women of us out here that still cook, clean. We are man's peace. We support our men. We do all of that. So stop saying that black women don't do that anymore.
Miss
It's the
Sharon.
black women that you choose that don't do it.
Hey,
So Miss
King, we
Sharon.
gotta respect these.
So Miss Sharon.
Yeah.
Respectfully, because I'm Yoruba. I'm Nigerian. I was raised to respect my elders X, Y, and Z. So this is with respect. You are from a different generation. You cannot ignore what the black men are speaking of a younger
And you
generation.
can't
They're only
ignore what
speaking
the
their
black
experience.
women are experiencing because black
Yeah,
men have stepped out of their rightful place.
yeah, but Miss Sharon, regardless, I don't even disagree, Miss Sharon. I don't even disagree with what you just said. All I'm saying is, you can just like you can't ignore what the black women are saying. You cannot ignore what these young black men are saying. What they are saying is something that we're seeing in unison. They are not getting what their mothers and grandmothers got. These bitches out
But
here
the
are
man
hoes. You
said,
cannot
"But
ignore that
Stop
stop
shit.
that.
calling
You
Don't
black
do
can't.
women
that.
No,
Not,
I'm
bitches.
don't
not.
do that. Don't
Stop
do that,
calling
man.
them
Don't do that."
bitches.
First
Stop
of all,
calling
Right.
black women
no one's
bitches.
gonna tone police me. Nobody.
Peace, 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 peace.
But
Okay,
Most of
so
those
sir,
young
this
ladies
so
need
is
to
if
be
they
taught.
told
Hey, y'all
disrespectful,
gonna
you
let me
man.
finish? Y'all gonna
and
let me
Peace,
sisters
finish?
say
So
something
let's
to
say you
Listen,
gonna
you,
talk
let
And
me
you're
about
finish.
black women
and
on a
you're
white person
Yoruba
stage.
Ladies,
too,
let me
and you're
land.
Yoruba
then you
too. Come
are
on,
a
you
troll.
African.
This is
The
exactly
fuck?
what I'm
Okay.
gonna.
Just a second, guys. Just a second. Just a second. Please don't come off mute. Please have a little decorum. So I'll say this, King, and Miss Sharon is definitely correct because I am a millennial and I reverence, right? I show
So Shay,
deference,
you cut me
right?
off to
Don't
speak.
come off mute.
You cut me
No,
off to.
But she's a moderator
She's a mod.
right? I cut the
and she's a
stage
black
off.
woman.
Right, I cut the stage off to ask everybody to go back on mute after I was going to say what I wanted to
She
say.
let a white
So
man
yeah,
say
you're
nigga.
no, I didn't. First of all, he said black B word, and I immediately came off my and said, "Pepe, relax, calm down." So, if he did, y'all act like I hear everything everybody said. Pepe, Pepe, bad you, Pepe. Don't say the N word, Pepe. No, no, no. Are y'all happy now?
Hey,
Like, what are we
can you
talking
bring Lady O up, please? Can you bring Lady O up, please? Thank
Hey, but hey,
about?
hey,
So,
Shay, can I
hang
say
on.
this
So,
real
wait, just
quick
real quick.
once you're
Let me just
done?
finish what I wanted to say,
Okay,
and then I'll
sweetheart.
shut it back over to you, Miss Sharon. I apologize. So, as I was saying, there are plenty of young beautiful black women who still respect black men, who still hold them in high regard, who still love them, who still support them, who still give them the protection, who are their peace, who still cook and clean. So don't come up here with that mess. We don't want to hear it. Go ahead, Miss Sharon.
Thank you.
Hold on,
And
hold. Can I say
she say,
something, Miss?
hold
Can
up.
I say
She
something,
said,
Miss? Real quick, real quick.
no, 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 no.
No,
One
you
second,
can't speak.
Shay. I
She's
asked you,
talking.
No, no,
could
no.
you wait?
Black
Hold on.
women,
I asked
black.
you, Shay. Can you bring Lady O up if that's okay, baby? I
Okay,
appreciate it.
yeah.
Thank you.
Hold
And
on, hold on.
after
I
I'm
agree with
done,
you. I agree with you. I just agree with you. I just want to say one
oh,
thing real
So,
quick.
am I
Y'all
actually gonna get to
motherfuckers in
finish what
here
I
that's
said?
letting these motherfucking crackers talk to these black women like this on this stage, y'all pussy as fuck. And any of y'all motherfuckers that feel like y'all can say that in my face,
Hey,
I
shut your
fuck any
bitch
one of
ass up,
y'all up.
motherfucker. I'm a white
I
boy.
fuck
thank
any
you,
one of
You ain't
black
gonna
y'all
do
up
man.
nothing,
that
man.
talk that
You ain't
dumb
gonna do nothing.
shit, right? And that's the
All right,
only
hey, yo,
reason
can
I'm
we get
here
back
in
on the
here
topic?
is to tell y'all motherfuckers that. Watch y'all fucking mouth.
Sharon,
No,
And
hold
this
on. Let me
is
Yeah, I want to hear
this
Sharon respond to
right
King's
here.
point because it's
Yeah,
weird to
this
me that
right
you think
here.
Hey, all them
young
boys
women are
in New
doing the same
York are
shit as like
punks,
grandmas.
man. This come from the West Side.
Yeah, and this right
Okay,
here
so
is
no,
why
no, no,
most
Alan. No,
black
no, no,
men
Alan.
going
No,
to
no, no,
jail.
Shut
Alan.
up,
It's
Okay.
Alan.
on me.
Damn.
Am I actually gonna get
Alan,
to
it's
speak?
on
Yeah, I'm
Sharon.
just going to make this
No,
quick.
no,
This
you're
right
not.
here
Can you
is
mute
Alan,
why
him,
most
Shay?
black men
Shay,
in
Al-
can you
jail.
mute him?
Most of the
Shay,
Hey, shut
Alan,
up,
I don't
Wheezy.
think that's Alan.
Yeah.
your man is a wheezy.
yeah.
So let me say this. And I understand what King says,
Appreciate it.
but I think that you men have the men of today are using that is certain words that you all are using that are just you've taken them like you want to control a woman. Y'all don't want to partner with these younger women. Y'all want to start and build. Y'all don't want to take care of the one the way my father took care of my mother, the way my husband took care of me, my first one.
Yes,
Um,
ma'am.
y'all don't want to do the things that the men did back then. So if the women are out of place that you all are saying, step your ass back into place. Because
Yeah.
these
So
Respectfully,
so
women,
you
so
hold
wildin'
Miss
up,
Miss
Sharon.
Sharon.
So Miss
may
Sharon,
I finish my statement, please, and then you can
oh, you
have
got
it.
more? Okay, go ahead.
Yes, because I am sick of these relationships. Ain't getting nobody nowhere. Y'all been on the app for 3 years talking about relationships, and only one man I know that got married on this app, black man. Y'all need to stop it, man. Stop putting everything on black women because we are the black woman is the one that holds the shit down.
Excuse me, Miss
We
Sharon. Bring up
Yeah,
all
some
Ion.
know.
do, but that didn't apply to everybody. I don't
Yeah,
understand why you keep playing
Miss
that.
Sharon, are you finished, Miss
You know,
Sharon?
It's
well,
no
I
Iron
guess
King.
She
Bring up
so.
said
Ion,
what
So
she
Mon. Bring up
said.
Ion.
You disrespectful ass niggas want to cut off a black woman
No,
yet
that's not
again.
true.
Yet the
Don't
fuck
accuse
again. Y'all
bring
don't have
Michelle.
no
Don't do that,
respect
Ion
for
up,
black
Michelle.
women.
please.
Don't do
Bring
that. I
up.
I
asked her
Bring
if
mean,
she
up
was finished.
Ion.
no matter how
Don't do
old
that.
you
You
are,
talking
she ain't
about
got
me?
the
She's
answer.
bringing
You ain't
up
Okay.
got the answer.
Ion.
I
Yay.
asked her if she was finished.
Fuck
Okay,
Ion.
Yay.
Man.
Yes.
Ion is here. Wait a
I'm
minute. That's
sorry,
a black
goes
man.
away. Sure, your time is up. Okay.
No, it's not.
Now,
Shay,
Take
when
a
you
sip of
no,
water, Sharon.
Wait, you still
hey,
got more, Miss Sharon? You still got more?
well, I guess I don't because the black man
No,
wants
go
to
ahead, finish.
silence the
If you
Thank
black
got
you,
more,
Miss
go
woman.
ahead.
I'm not black.
Sharon.
I'm
Take a
a white
sip of
guy.
water, Miss Sharon.
You know, y'all are some
Y'all are
nosy.
y'all are so rude to this black
Thank
queen.
you.
What's wrong
Thank
with
you.
y'all?
Listen, Miss Sharon, if you got more to speak, go ahead.
All I
Go
want,
ahead. I'll wait.
after I go, Miss Fee is going, not in,
But
because
the
we got
No,
room
I'm
wants
gonna
me.
respond, Miss
They
Sharon.
want
I'm gonna
me.
respond to what you said.
okay, well, it's fine. Listen, if you black men ain't acting right, we divest into the men that's gonna treat us right. And that's just fucking bottom line. You
Okay.
all destroyed the black family. You all are. Because y'all are not
Come on,
caring
stop talking to these young
how
people
they
like that. What
they
gonna give you? What give you the
all
right
Hey,
to talk to these young people like that?
Weezy, a black man is gonna
You
act the
don't
way a
have the
black
right to be
man
talking
will.
to these young people like
I'm
that.
22.
So
You probably old as hell. I'm listening to her.
so
Yeah, but
so
she's
it's
not
very
But
making
she
any
done
interesting.
got the
sense.
answers, Michelle.
Oh
Fuck
Yeah,
all
yes,
she
that.
do
I
got
do.
the
I
answers.
The
That's
answer.
my elder.
Yes,
Fuck
I
is you
do.
talking
No,
about?
just
Because
because
I'm
You
she
ain't
So
gonna
old don't mean
discredit
shit.
no
I know
so
elder.
Miss
old
You
dumb
Sharon,
can't
ass
say
Miss
niggas.
Sharon,
no elder
you
black woman because she
motherfuckers
don't
Want to
be
hear
on
fucking
They
that
this
are
shit?
so
hoe.
Miss
She ain't
Sharon.
disrespectful
said
to
nothing
not
about the
only
fucking
our
family. She
elder
blaming one
women,
person,
our young
the man.
girls. This is sick.
This
Man,
is
this is a
Yeah,
different.
but
family.
thank
okay,
This
you.
is
so
between elder and old.
Hey, let's bring up
yeah,
all
so
the
here's
hot
the
luggage
thing.
chicks.
First of all, I'm not old. I'm older. But the
Man.
fact of the matter
Miss
is,
Sharon, you a
I keep
different
You're
getting
you're
generation. You're not
interrupted.
seasoned.
from our
You're
generation. You're not
rude,
from it.
King. King, hold up. You all,
Respectfully.
but you all keep
You and I,
interrupting
we
black
both agree on
women.
a lot. Miss
You
Sharon, you and I
all
both
are
agree on a lot.
continuing. Hold up. You all, so I won't have to scream.
Go ahead.
Y'all keep interrupting black women. Black women. Y'all don't want us to tell the truth. Y'all don't want to listen to us, and that's the problem. And that's why black marriages are not working as well because you all don't want to partner. You all want to control. Y'all taking the word submission and turn it in something negative. You all have not stepped into your rightful place, and black women are taking charge. Get over it. I'm done.
I'm not
So
respecting
Miss
anybody that
Sharon,
bash black
respectfully.
people on white spaces, on white stages. Sorry.
But take
I
it.
No,
don't
you
have to
good.
We,
respect you,
10
but
days a week.
man, we can
That's
we
a
can
Miss
get
fact.
back.
Sharon,
Why are y'all
respectfully.
Hey,
having
yeah,
this
y'all.
discussion amongst the
And we
white?
all got the
That's
Chain
same.
smoking
We
crazy.
all got the
every
same
single
code,
hour of
man.
the
What do y'all
day,
talk
and
about
I
black people
hate
in white
white
space?
people.
Yeah, that was very, it's very interesting that she said that about black men, which is, it is what
I
it
know
is.
I
But
love black men. But
But
yeah,
y'all
but
don't
the
King,
want
way
you're
that you
speaking as a
describe,
black
Yoruba,
Hate
Like
African
she's
white
man.
talking.
You should know
hold,
better.
hold
Thug, can
on.
you speak, please?
I
Miss
chain
Sharon,
smoke and
you
I
said
hate
you
the
love
white
black
people.
men, Miss Sharon, but Miss Sharon, you said you love black men, but not once.
Give me some of them new ports.
Hold on, y'all. Hold on, y'all. Miss Sharon says she loves black men, but not once did she
That's
open her
wrong.
mouth when she was saying
Yeah,
what
that's
black
low
women
down, and they
deserve.
got the nerve to be laughing.
That's wrong.
I
That's
smoke 10
wrong.
packs a day.
Hold up. Jesus Christ, guys. Everybody shut up. Look, I'm going to let King go. Okay. And then they can have their back and forth. Dude, I've been busy for the last 10, 15 minutes. All I'm hearing is everybody just talking, thinking they can talk over everybody. I'm just going to start. I'm going to tell my mods in here.
Who the
Start
fuck is you
speaking.
telling to shut up though? Like,
A whole
Who
fact
the fuck, who
doing
the
the
fuck is
most.
this bitch? Who the fuck was that bitch?
They
Yo,
get a
watch your
green bean and
fucking
think
mouth,
that they
old
can
boy.
say whatever because you
Watch your
got a
fucking
green
mouth,
bean
You're
in a
boy.
room.
to God, you can shut your fucking mouth, you piece of
Yo,
shit. You're going to your fucking
Oh,
room, you
damn.
cocksucker.
See, that's already
Listen,
what
the
Tell me to
guy.
happened.
shut the fuck up in my own room. I told you to shut the fuck up and your goddamn mother. Suck a fucking dick.
boy, shut your Shamar
Now,
Moore looking ass up.
so
God
anyways,
damn, this is wrong.
so King, go ahead, and let him have it back and forth. And mods, I'm driving right now. Just fucking move people if they're just gonna be disrespectful assholes who want to talk over everybody.
Yeah, no, I hear that. So it's interesting because I think they moved Miss Sharon down, but earlier me and Miss Sharon was agreeing on a lot of things, and I always find this so weird where when this topic of black men and black women come up, women always focus on the respect of the black woman, but they never open their mouths to talk about the respect of the black man,
But you all
right?
attack
And
What
that's
my
hold
Oh,
on, Miss
God.
Sharon,
stupidity
Miss
as a
Sharon.
black
I did
woman.
not, Miss Sharon. I did not. Please, just let me get this out, right? Because I'm Yoruba. I grew up in a Nigerian community. In the Nigerian community, the men and the women get respect, and the men get respect at a higher level because they have more responsibility when it comes to maintaining that community. I find it highly disturbing that whenever we talk about respect, especially with black people, black men never get come up. They never get their respect. And that shit has to change. I'm not saying that you shouldn't respect black women. We should, especially the ones that are behaving like Ruths, Esthers, and Sarahs, not the Jezebels. But we
Why?
never
See,
talk
why is
about
you
black
bringing
men.
it back to
Let
that
me
pick
fucking
me struggle
finish.
ass shit?
Let me finish. This is what I'm talking about. Y'all can't ever fucking shut your mouths and let a black man speak. I'm not saying anything that is disruptive. I'm not saying black women shouldn't be respected. But as soon as I'm talking about black men getting respect, y'all got something to say. The fuck? Just listen. That's my issue.
But can I ask you a question?
Yes, ma'am.
So why should I respect? I've been on this app for 3 years, and in every room that I speak, I'm attacked about my voice. This is the first time white men have done it. But I come around my tribe, and the black men disrespect me because God gave me a raspy voice.
Right.
I've had this raspy voice all my life, and I got to be disrespected by black men on this app. And now I'm in a room with white men are disrespecting me because I have a raspy voice. So let me say this. I'm not respecting, I'm not lifting. I rode for you black men on this app for 3 years, and anybody that's in this room that knows me, know I did. I will no longer ride for you motherfuckers on this app. They can drag you, they can do whatever they want to you. And as far as I'm concerned, I don't give a fuck if I marry another black man, because I already got my black babies and black grandchildren.
Yeah,
Fuck
we
y'all.
need the black family.
All right,
That's all
now.
I can say.
Hey,
So
hey,
Miss
hey,
Sharon,
King.
so
Hey,
Miss
Please
King.
Sharon,
put me
King,
in
can
the
I ask you a
queue
question,
whenever
King?
you can.
who's
King, this is
yes,
Edward.
sir. Yes, sir.
Hey, King,
Yes, sir.
I have a question for you.
Yes, sir.
Can you see my PTR?
Yes, I can. And that's a beautiful black woman that you have.
Okay. Yeah, I've been married to her for 37 years. I would ask the question, do
Yes,
you
sir.
think when I was speaking earlier as a ethnically black man, do you think I was respected?
No,
Not at all.
no.
Not at all. And that's
Thank you.
exactly what I'm pointing to.
So I just want to hear that. I just want to make sure you and I are on the same page.
But
I
you
Yeah.
all
remember.
can
And
disrespect
the
black
thing is,
women.
no,
Wait,
I
wait,
but
don't
wait,
give
wait,
a
wait,
Miss
Sharon,
fuck.
Sharon,
Sharon, Sharon,
Miss
Y'all,
Sharon.
Sharon, Miss
please
Sharon,
let the
One second.
Miss
discourse continue.
One second.
Hold on,
Sharon,
y'all. Hold on,
They
y'all.
not gonna
Hold
talk
on,
to no
Sharon.
y'all.
white woman like
Hold,
that though.
Hey,
hold
Excuse
on,
me,
y'all.
No,
Miss
Michelle. One
Sharon.
Who
second.
not?
One
Maybe
second, guys.
it was.
One second. Let me finish here. Listen, guys. I've been on this app for a year and a half. I've never once ever spoke any negative about any woman or any man. You know why? Because I don't let that kind of stuff come out of my
But
mouth.
that's you. We're
I,
not talking
I,
about you. We're
Mr.
talking
Rod,
about
but
the
let him
wait,
finish,
system.
please.
share it. What you just said, you're not talking about me, but you know what I happen to be? Ethnically black. But you know what? It's so interesting that when I do speak, you know what I'm called? Names by people that look like me.
Yep.
Could anybody please explain this to
They
me?
not on code.
Because
Wow.
the
You know what?
what can I?
Wow.
You said
Y'all
wow.
having
No,
a good,
hold on, Miss
because
Sharon.
this is ridiculous.
Miss
Y'all have
Sharon, we
allowed
have to
these
be
people to.
honest. We
No,
have to
you.
be honest, Miss Sharon. We have to. We have to be honest. Because I've been talking to you. I have not disrespected you. Edward has not disrespected you. You can't use your experience. If we all used our personal experiences with people on this app to determine how we're going to
But
behave,
you, as a
all of us
black
would be
man, allowed
all of
every.
us would be
You
demons, Miss
allowed.
Sharon.
Wait
How
a
can
minute,
All
we
of us
sir.
would be
stop
No, no.
them?
demons,
What
Miss
are you
Sharon.
Well,
One
she's
doing?
never
second.
going to
This ain't
stop
our
interrupting
room.
her.
I've
menthol
never,
Bring
cigarettes
I've
the
out
never,
to
mod.
help you niggas ever again.
hold on,
A
y'all. I've
very
never talked
rude
about your voice,
woman.
Miss Sharon.
Very rude.
I never had an issue with
But
it.
you
So,
allowed these men on the stage to
ma'am,
attack
you
you.
allowed these men too. You allowed it
Oh
Is
no,
she
I
too.
not a
cussed them
woman?
out. I cussed them out. I
And
didn't.
I
You
You
did
won't.
too.
did.
Oh,
So
You
Miss
y'all
kept
Sharon,
it
you
fucking
telling
nice.
me,
You was
so
delusional.
Miss
This
quiet.
an
Sharon, you
app,
telling me
man.
I
Can
got
Bro,
to
y'all on the
anybody
internet.
attacking her?
Can you
Y'all
please like
tripping.
hold on,
increase
y'all.
the
Are
victim
you
level?
serious?
Yeah, King, can I speak to you? This is Alan.
Ma'am, you have her leave quietly,
Yes.
but if you don't
Yeah,
like
King,
someone saying something.
She don't gotta go no
King, can
fucking
I
well.
speak to you?
Yes, I'm
King,
here.
this is Alan. I heard what you said, and I've heard a lot of these discussions. And I'll say, and I heard when you said, these are what the black men are saying today. Let me tell you, okay? Women are women. It doesn't matter the color of their skin.
Yeah, I agree with
And the
that.
Shit.
yeah, okay, good. And the problem is we have a culture not only in the United States but even spreading throughout the world that glorifies pussy power. And men have
Yes,
forgotten
You
gynocentrism.
heard me?
yeah, and men have forgotten that they have the ultimate power, which is dick power. I
You
would say
heard me?
if you're communicating with if you're communicating with other black men, remind them that they have the ultimate power and that they need to embody the kind of man they want to be. Ignore the women who aren't going to give them the respect, because there are plenty of women who will give them that
No,
respect.
women like
Well,
And
me
I
need all the
well,
power.
and
here's the
I
thing.
Men can't
say
Hold
have
on.
power.
Hold on.
Chain
Let me
smoking
respond to
women like
Alan.
me need the
He
power.
was talking to me. Let me respond to Alan.
yeah, and let me just say, I'm saying that man to man. I see it with white women, with black women, all over.
Latinos, Asians, yes,
Yeah,
it's a
yeah,
Western woman
yeah. Now,
problem.
black women have a certain flair, and that's the nice word I'm using in the way they do things. But it all comes from the same place. So that's what I'd say about that.
It's for
Now,
white
here's the
women on
thing,
stage,
Alan.
and you would never know.
Hold,
What's a
hold on, bro.
flare? What does that mean?
Here's the thing. He's well, I take that as black women are essentially influencing every other group of woman. That's really what's going on. But aside from that, Alan, the thing is, I come from Chicago. I'm born and raised in Chicago. These kids out here don't give a fuck. That's one thing I love about them. They're the ones influencing all of America, all of the world. Everybody knows our culture out here. And these black kids, the way that they act, the way that they move, they don't give a fuck about nobody, right? And that comes to the women also.
He
But
said
I
he
fear
said
for it because
Yeah,
there's a
that's
level of
good.
toxicity. There's a level of toxicity that comes with that, and that's what I fear. That the new generation of women, because the backlash, the pendulum of the backlash is like swinging so hard. I fear for them because women like Miss Sharon don't want to speak honestly about what's going on.
Are
They
you
don't.
serious?
Do
Well, she's
Yeah,
probably not being
well,
dishonest, but she's just there's a generational
She
gap.
just don't know.
That's
well,
what I
let me
said. She's
say
from a
this.
different
Let me say
generation. She
this.
don't
I
want to
Yeah,
gotta
listen.
go.
but it isn't
Oh no,
dishonest.
King,
sir,
She's just not
King.
King,
aware.
King, you don't know
King.
me.
Yeah,
First of
King.
all, I was on
Miss
King.
this
Sharon,
app for
you're from
3
a different
years,
generation.
and I
I'm trying to
tried to
tell
Yeah,
help
you.
you young women.
let me
So
just
do
say
not
this.
tell
I gotta
me,
go. I can't.
sir. No, thank. Alan. But let me tell
saying
you
will do
something, King. You
something.
don't know
I
me.
think
A
you'll
black
find
woman
And
out
will
the
how.
take the
women on
power.
this
Black men
app,
will never have the power.
Who's saying that, y'all?
That's
Call her.
macho.
can
That's
you all
macho.
please put him to the audience? I mean, why are y'all allowing this?
Miss Sharon, I couldn't
So let
find
me
him. Did
say
keep
this.
going.
We're
Allow
removing
exactly
from the
what?
room.
I dropped.
Allow
So let me
exactly
say
Man,
what?
this.
disrespect on this fucking stage.
Allow
I'm
exactly what? These two men have been speaking very respectfully and are getting their point across, but apparently you don't like the message they're
no,
saying.
but
They
I'm
have not
talking
been
about what
rude.
he's saying
They have
about
not been
me.
Ma'am, you
He
disrespectful,
need to
but
doesn't.
go
you
to
just
the
don't like it.
You need to go to the doctor with that voice.
First of all,
Well, shut the
Yeah,
fuck
y'all need to
up.
back up off Miss Sharon. Y'all being rude.
honey, I don't
No,
care about what.
I mean, I
I don't
really
care.
don't understand what is it that what did they say that was so
What
Yeah,
he
incredibly
what
said
did I
to
say
offensive?
that
me.
I don't
what
get it.
yeah,
First of
what was
all,
so
no,
crazy?
Ian, I'll tell you. Because what he said to me, you don't know me. I mentor young girls. Shut up, King. Shut up, because you don't know Sharon.
I
Let
didn't
me
even
tell
say
you
anything.
something. I taught my daughters how to be wives. You understand me? My youngest is getting married. I mentor other young girls. So you don't know to say that I don't understand what's going on, because I do. But you cannot blame it all on the black woman.
I haven't.
The black
But you're
men,
blaming it
hold
all on the
up,
black
sir.
men. You're blaming it
Hold
Why
all on
up,
won't
everybody
you
but
let
King.
her
yourself.
talk and you keep
Right, they
interrupting
don't.
her?
No,
The
because she
black,
hasn't shut up when
Well,
everybody
why
else
don't
was
you shut
talking,
up and
and
then
it's
she
just
can
like,
finish
you
because
what
know,
she
Yeah,
has to
shut
okay.
this
say?
woman up.
You
Shut
shut
this
up.
woman up.
No, y'all shut up.
Yo, why y'all giving these
It's like the
goofies
same
a mission
blueprint over
show?